Signing of Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United was met with a lot of excitement from the fans. Another 23-year-old striker which has the opportunity to either be a big money signing or another failed big money signing like Rasmus Højlund for Manchester United, and you're going to find out that he had a very slow period of adaptation like every other striker would have coming in from the Bundesliga into the Premier League. Most of the times he showed promise, most of the times he showed his flaws, but with his recent improvement and with 2 goals in his last 2 games, we are going to see Benjamin Šeško make his mark for Manchester United. And how do Manchester United intend to use Benjamin Šeško in the upcoming game against Liverpool, and how has Benjamin Šeško improved recently to actually change the tactical approach of Manchester United? So guys, let's dive into this video together and analyze how Benjamin Šeško can be able to haunt Liverpool. So guys, Benjamin Šeško is definitely a player that I was excited that Manchester United bought him last summer. He was a player that we knew that he was going to bring so much importance to the Manchester United team, and he has been doing just that so far in the last games for Manchester United. He's beginning to play well, just like we expected. He's going to have some period of adaptation, trying to adapt to the speed and the nature, the physicality of the Premier League. But we are going to a bit of analyze what we said Benjamin Šeško was going to bring to Manchester United when he was signed last season. So when Benjamin Šeško was signed last season for Manchester United, I'll explain here in Tactical Trafford that he was going to bring a lot of area dominance. He was going to bring a lot of presence to the Manchester United team, and he has been doing just that for Manchester United. When Benjamin Šeško, before he arrived for Manchester United, he won 2.6 deals per 90 minutes with a success rate of almost 60% in the Bundesliga, and that is being compared to that of Højlund that has 24.6% area deals per 90 success rate, and with that of Sesko who has an area deals success rate per 90 of 29.9%, and that is a really big step up when it comes to the aerial duels and the aerial bomb that Manchester United is posing to have this season with Benjamin Šeško as opposed to Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee. Manchester United has actually improved in that department, but you're going to find out that we have already known that Sesko was going to be an area presence and area dominance and area bomb for Manchester United this season. And even though you're going to find out that this season for Manchester United, Sesko has won an area duel per 90 of 3.6 with a success rate of just under 45%. That actually tells you that based on the physicality of the league, based on the toughness of the league, his the success rate of his area deals are going to drop, because he has also a lot of competitive and physical defenders to face off as opposed to the Bundesliga, and that is actually a step up, even though it is not based on his standard, based on what he had coming on from the Bundesliga, but it is a very good step up for Manchester United. And even though his stats might not sound so spectacular, it is really an upgrade from last season when Manchester United was playing with Joshua Zirkzee and Rasmus Højlund as the central forwarder, because I could vividly remember, especially in the Chelsea game, they are going to have a long ball directly from Onana to Rasmus Højlund, and the ball is going to bounce off from Rasmus Højlund and go back to our defenders, and so it was hard for Manchester United to play using long balls. It was hard for Manchester United to have a physical presence, but you could see with the arrival of Benjamin Šeško and with his excellent performance in the last weeks, you are beginning to see a more wonderful presence for Manchester United on top of the pitch. So last season, before Manchester United signed Benjamin Šeško, Manchester United was perceived as a team with no area presence. Manchester United did not have any area presence, and this makes our opposition teams be able to play comfortably from the back. They played very well from the back, and they also know that if Manchester United went long, definitely they were going to sweep up the ball, and they were also going to be in possession and play well against Manchester United. But you're going to find out that since the arrival of Benjamin Šeško, Manchester United can comfortably go long, and it is just a matter of time before the opposition teams begin to know how much they are going to be aggressive against Manchester United, because definitely Benjamin Šeško, when Manchester United goes long, he's definitely going to win the headers, he's definitely going to compete, he's definitely going to win flick-ons, and this is going to be a real problem for opposition in the Premier League. And also after the Sunderland game, the Sunderland manager said that if Manchester United decides to go long all the time, that it is impossible to stop them and it is going to be a problem for other teams in the Premier League. This just highlights how much area presence that Benjamin Šeško brings for Manchester United and how it has impacted the football of Manchester United over the past 3 games. You're going to find out that especially in the Arsenal game this season, Manchester United wins long a lot of the times, but there was not enough central presence for Manchester United, and so this makes Manchester United not to be in control and not in possession in most of the games we have had this season. But you're going to find out that the headers, the flick-ons are going to make Manchester United to control the ball, to have more control of the ball, to actually hunt the opposition more that we have been doing in the past years for Manchester United. And so if you look at, and you also look at the performance of Benjamin Šeško in the Sunderland game, you're going to find out that it is not just about him winning headers or flick-ons, but Benjamin Šeško was very good. Apart from his goals, which he scored with a lot of determination, concentration, positioning, you're going to find out that Benjamin Šeško had a lot of, his overall performance in the game was absolutely wonderful. He was very direct. He had very excellent concentration levels. His work rate was also very wonderful in the game. So Benjamin Šeško is beginning to make his mark for Manchester United as a central forwarder that is going to be one for the ages. So guys, when Benjamin Šeško was bought for Manchester United, we all analysed in Tactical Trafford how he was going to be important for Manchester United, how Manchester United were going to use his headers to bring other players into play, because he had the flick-on rates of 28% in the Bundesliga last season before he came to Manchester United. So we actually spoke about how this area dominance was going to affect the tactical approach of Manchester United. But you're going to find out that Benjamin Šeško doesn't have to necessarily win headers or flick-ons to actually create danger. Just you're going to find that in a situation against Sunderland, Benjamin Šeško lifted for a header, but then he missed the header and the defender behind also missed the header. And that actually led to Matheus Cunha being in a 1v1 situation with the defender of Sunderland, as that particular action of Benjamin Šeško actually created a dangerous situation for Manchester United. And you're going to find out that Manchester United have Liverpool coming on next, which is going to definitely be one of our greatest tests this season, as Manchester United has not had a lot of great tests this season. We have not really been good against big sides, but this Liverpool game at Anfield on Sunday afternoon is going to be one of the biggest tests for Manchester United in recent years, given the fact that we have not won at Anfield for the past 11 seasons. So it is definitely going to show how Manchester United are going to utilize Benjamin Šeško, because we are going to know that Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk are ranked for top 3 for players that has won the highest aerial duels in the Premier League this season. So how is Manchester United going to deploy Benjamin Šeško, and how are they going to use his aerial ability in the Liverpool game? You're going to find out that one of the ways that Manchester United can deploy Benjamin Šeško is by moving him to one of the fullbacks. Definitely Kekes and Frimpong, they are not really good when it comes to their heading and aerial ability. So what Manchester United or Ruben Amorim will be looking to do is to take Benjamin Šeško to one of the fullbacks where he's going to easily win the aerial duels, where he's going to be relatively far from Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk. When he wins that header, definitely Matheus Cunha is going to be occupying those central regions, or is going to be running in behind to win those second balls and try to hunt Liverpool. And in a situation whereby Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk tries to follow Šeško to the wide zones, it is going to really expose them, because Liverpool has been really bad when it comes to their defense this season. So them, Ibrahima Konate or Virgil van Dijk stepping out of their comfort zone to try to track down Benjamin Šeško is definitely going to leave a severe loophole for them. So this is definitely one of the ways that Manchester United can deploy Benjamin Šeško in the Manchester United versus Liverpool game. So I want you guys to actually give me your thoughts on the comment section on how Manchester United can deploy Benjamin Šeško in the Liverpool game. I want you guys to like, to share, to subscribe to Tactical Trafford, as we'll be making more videos on Manchester United. So see you guys in my next video. Ciao.